I'm Wincy. I am in my second year of commerce and my first year of law. And in my commerce side, I'm majoring in international business and marketing. Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
You? Are you doing commerce?
Yeah, yes.
Or
I study business as well, but like
oh yeah.
for me, it was almost like I don't really know what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna do business.
Oh, oh,
But
that was the same as me.
same-
Yeah.
So did you do?
Yeah.
So you didn't do any business subjects in school either, or?
No, no. I actually didn't really know what business was, to be honest.
Oh right, okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess why did you decide on like Auckland Uni, or did you ever think about going anywhere else?
So I actually wanted, oh gosh, I am such a like indecisive person. So I was sort of looking at Otago for like health science
Okay.
and med actually, yeah. But then I just did, oh my cat, sorry. But I just didn't think that would be right for me. Like,
Yeah.
I think I've actually mentioned on my channel before that I was applying to a BSci BCom conjoint.
Okay.
But then a day before the application was due, I actually withdrew that application. I only just applied for commerce because I don't know, I just felt like I didn't see myself doing science.
Yeah.
So, I did look at Otago and AUT, but then ultimately I just thought because I think the business program at UOA is quite good and I didn't want to like leave home. So I
Right.
just thought I'd do that.
Cool. Also like with law, because I know you kind of started off just doing business, and you almost like did it the opposite way, because most people I feel like they start off with law and then they drop it for something else. But like, yeah, so what made you kind of want to pick up law? Are you doing a conjoint now?
So it's not a conjoint. It's two separate degrees. Yeah, I actually was never interested in law, but because what is it in commerce, you have to do a com law paper. When I found out I had to do like a law paper, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not for me. But I just sort of went into it and I ended up really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh wow, maybe I'd actually want to be a lawyer, but you can't be a lawyer through just doing like a commerce program. You do need a law degree. So I was like, oh, I might as well just do a law degree then. And then, yeah, I picked it up this year. So made it through 121. And then now I have to make it through these two law papers to get to second year law.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
How have you
Yeah.
found it so far? Like, has it been competitive or?
I thought it would be really competitive. I thought that the environment would just be sort of like standoffish, but I personally don't find that at all. I don't think it's actually as competitive as what people think or say it is.
Yeah, I
But
think
that's
maybe
just
if you just focus on yourself and not on other people.
yeah, maybe that's what I've been doing. Maybe other people are like to focus on what other people are doing, but that I know if people watching this, then yeah, that would be my advice. Like if you're focused on yourself and your own studies, you don't realize what other people are doing, and then in that way you don't think it's competitive. Well,
Yeah.
I don't find it competitive actually. I think people are pretty like actually open and friendly. Like people actually want to help other people. So I actually was a com law and marketing major, but because when you do law, you can't do com law as a major.
Oh,
So I
okay.
had to drop common law major, yeah, which is so sad because like I actually started taking like some of the classes. I couldn't do com law as a major, so I had to pick something else. And my friend was taking international business, so I was like, "Oh, is it all good?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's fun. It's like group work." And then I actually ended up doing like quite well in that paper, so I was like, "Oh, it's all good." And then I just am continuing on with it. And then marketing, I don't know why I chose marketing, but I also enjoy it. So
Okay.
yeah,
Cool, cool.
yeah.
You have like a favorite paper that you've taken or anything that like stands?
Yeah, my common law paper.
Oh,
I'd say common law. Yeah, yeah. That's actually how I, decided I wanted to do law. So
right, right.
yeah.
Cool. So like, because my brother, he goes to UOA, but he does engineering. But I've seen some of his like
Hmm.
assessments lately, like they're like exams, but then he's talking with his friends the whole time. So like, has that been the same,
Oh,
like
really?
similar assessments, or like what kind of tests have you been doing lately?
I know my other friends who go to UA, they're doing mid-semester tests, like actual tests, but we haven't had that. We just do assignments and essays. For law, it's so weird because they put such a huge weighting on the exam. So like throughout the semester, you just have two essays and then you have the big exam. And then with like marketing, it's mainly just assignments. So we don't have a mid-semester test for that one, and then IB, international business, is just group work. So I don't actually have that many like mid-sems. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I can't like help other people. I just have, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't have
So I was watching your recent like vlog, and I think it was
yeah.
marketing friends, and it looked really fun. But like,
Yeah.
it's been kind of hard to make friends, especially like living quite far away from uni. So yeah, like,
Oh
do you
yeah.
have advice or like tips maybe for making friends during uni?
That's a hard one because I do feel that with UA, the culture there is quite sort of standoffish, and it's difficult to make friends there because I have mentioned in my videos before that a lot of us don't live in halls. Like we live,
Yeah, because
we're
most
like
people, like, they live at home, so they're just like they have their
yeah,
friends.
yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people stick to their high school friends because everyone from high school, a lot of people from high school just go straight from high school and then to UA if they don't want to leave home. It's either UA or AUT in Auckland anyways, or Massey sometimes. I find that a lot of people do stick to their high school friends, but I think when you are in tutorials, talk to the people in your tutorials because that actually helps you make friends, and that's how I've actually made like some of my friends. I do find that like friendships at UA have been quite transactional, like it's not sort of genuine, I guess, in a way. I don't know if you find that, but I sort of find that
Yeah,
it's
like you'll
not as genuine.
like talk during class, but then you won't like meet.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Like you talk during class, but it doesn't carry, like it doesn't continue, sort of thing. I don't know. When you click with the right people, it will just, I guess, sort of be more continuous. Like with my marketing group, I have talked about on my vlogs as well. That was the vlog that you watched. It was weird because we had like a marketing group assignment. It was a group assignment, and you have to be in groups. But the thing with me is that I had friends in my marketing class, but they were already put into groups, and I didn't have a group, so I just randomly reached out to people on Piazza, and so then we formed that group. Yeah, that group, and we were strangers at first. I didn't know a lot of them. Like one of the girls in our group, she's actually 23, so I wouldn't have known her if it wasn't for the group assignment. And then we just like continued. It was actually, we did that group project through Zoom, and then we all became super close friends because we were like calling all the time for the project. And then yeah, it's weird because we're all in the same marketing class this semester as well. But that's like a small example of like a friendship that's kind of lasted. It's quite rare, but it happened
Yeah,
this
I think
time. Yeah.
sometimes you kind of need to like make the first move and like just say hi to people because people are like they're just too shy to like make the
Yeah,
say hi.
yeah. Oh, I will say, you might feel like you want to talk and you want to make friends, and someone else will feel the exact same.
Yeah,
It's just one of you has to initiate it. Like I know it's difficult because it's kind of like, oh, I don't, if I initiate, I don't know how that person would react. But the chances are that person actually feels the exact same, especially in your first year, within those first weeks of uni. Everyone is on the same boat. Everyone wants to make friends. Everyone wants to be social. It's just up to you to make the effort. And if I could go back to my first year, I actually wish that I did that a bit more because I felt that I didn't do that enough. So yeah, definitely try and talk to people in your classes. I know it can be a bit intimidating, but trust me, like everyone is
just
on the
like
same boat. Yeah.
maybe like reaching out and like asking to hang outside as well because like some people like they'd want to
Yeah,
they don't want to like seem I don't know they don't want to like
yeah, yeah,
ask you.
exactly.
So yeah, I know you also like moved out kind of recently. I don't know. I thought about it, but then I don't know if it's worth it. But like, how have you found it? Like, has it been good? Has it been challenging?
So the biggest factor for me moving was actually because of like the traveling, because
Yeah.
I lived in East Auckland and it's a hassle to travel. But I would say in the first, before we went into lockdown and we couldn't go to class, I would say it was really good because I was like really close to campus, so I went to all of my classes, and so I felt like I was actually more on top of my stuff and I was more organized because I was able to go to all my classes and I didn't feel like I have to drag out of bed and like, drive to a train station, park my car, take the train and bus
Yeah.
up, like that's my routine. And like, it's just so draining. It's actually really draining to do that.
It does take a
To
while, especially if you have like classes every day.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a 9 a.m.
Oh
my
yeah.
marketing class, one class in the week, my 9 a.m. class. And it's good for me to be able to like wake up early and actually attend, because if I'm living at home, I actually wouldn't go because it's so early. I'd have to wake up like at 6 o'clock or before. So no, it's actually been really good, and I feel a lot more motivated to study because when I'm at home, you can be quite distracted, but at the apartment, it's just me and my roommate. And half the time she's at uni or she's at work and I'll be at the apartment, I can get my work done. So that's what I've found. So I think it's been quite good for me. And I've been more like motivated to actually make videos because I've been putting out a video every week. Yeah, it's just good for me to have my own little space.
Right, cool.
Yeah. If you're thinking about it, I'd say definitely do it if you're ready for it. Yeah.
So do you feel like it's a long-term thing, or like do you think it's just going to be like while you're in uni or like for the rest of the year? Or
so our lease doesn't finish until January, but with next year, my brother actually is coming to UA, so we might be getting an apartment together for the first semester of next year, and it's just for the first semester because a lot of people don't know this, and I actually haven't mentioned it on my channel or to really anyone that watches my videos.
I didn't know you had a brother.
But no, yeah, I have a brother. I just don't really talk about him because he's quite low key and he's in high school still. But I haven't mentioned this, but I'm actually going on an exchange next year.
Oh, you are? Like overseas?
Yeah, I'm actually meant to be there now.
Yeah,
I'm meant to be there now.
But then it got cancelled. So that
Yeah. My exchange got cancelled. My exchange for like this semester, it got cancelled. So yeah, it'll have to be for next semester.
Yeah, well, hopefully that can all work out.
Yeah.
This is a bit random, but like I know you're into coffee. So what's your go-to like coffee these days? Is it like
No, that's a good question. That is a really good question. My go-to coffee is a flat white, like my hot a flat white, but with oat milk. I've been loving oat milk. Oat milk is so good.
I don't think I've.
You drink coffee?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with coffee, it's like you either love it or you don't.
I used to be quite into it. Like I'd have like 2 or 3 coffees a day, but then I'm trying to like cut back.
Yeah, oh no, yeah.
Dependent on it, and then I'm like, I can't even just survive without it.
Yeah, exactly. You can be quite like reliant on it.
And it kind of like I don't know. I try to like make it at home because if you're buying it constantly, then it does.
Oh God, that's me. It adds up. It adds up. Like, oh gosh, the amount of money I've spent is terrible. And my friends always like pick me out on it. They're like, stop spending your money on it. I'm like, it's so hard not to.
I guess sometimes it's like the vibe of the coffee shop, and it's like you're paying more just to stay there.
Yeah. Oh no, that's definitely me because I'm actually the type that goes to a coffee shop so that I can drink my coffee and do my work there, because that's like one of my best study spots is actually at a coffee shop. So yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess a bit about your YouTube. Like, how did that all come about, or why did you start making videos?
Good question as well. So I started my YouTube last year. It feels like I've been doing it for so long, but I only started it in June last year.
Yeah.
So it wasn't actually that long ago. I think I started my YouTube because one, I saw a lack of university vloggers in New Zealand, and specifically at University of Auckland. Another thing was I don't have an older sibling who's gone through uni or gone through UOA. And so I didn't, like when I was thinking or asking myself, oh my gosh, like what is it like to study business, or what is it like to do this, or what is even being at uni like? I've searched it up on YouTube. But the thing is, when I watched, vlogs of the people who were at UA, it's like they weren't really giving a good in-depth look into like what it's actually like. Like, yeah, they vlogged it, but it's like they didn't really talk that much. They didn't really explain that much, and the connection wasn't there. And I was like, if it was me, like I would want to see what it's really like. Like, don't just show me, like actually show me and talk to me about it. And so I just sort of took it upon myself, like, if it was me, what would I want to see? And so, yeah, I sort of thought like I'd go to help other students and help other people who are going through high school sort of see what's like.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've definitely like helped a lot of people out, and it's cool to see because I feel like your channel has grown quite a lot recently. So that must be like exciting. Do you check analytics and that kind of thing, or is it?
Yeah. It was really nice because I've been getting a lot of like DMs, like a lot of people message me, and even people comment on my videos saying like, this has helped me out so much, or like even something like, oh, your really good at vlogging. Like that actually just makes me so happy because wow, like people really do watch me and they really do like my videos, you know, or like this really helps. And I was like, that is actually my biggest goal, is that it does help.
I also was wondering, because you've done a few travel vlogs, do you have like a bucket list or places that you really want to travel?
Actually, the biggest place on my travel list, and this is like a place that I've always wanted to go, is America.
All
But
right.
like, I was see, that's where I'm going for my exchange. The secret's out. I've always wanted to go to America. I know it's a bit like fucked up there, but like, I just love the vibe. Like, I always watch like the college vlogs, and I always wanted to like sort of go to like see what college is like there. So I don't know. Hopefully, I'll be able to live out my little college experience.
Any final tips maybe for people thinking of doing commerce?
Oh yeah, okay. Final tips with commerce. Actually, this is what I always say to people who like have messaged me about commerce. It's one of the more chill degrees. Like you still have subjects that can be kind of hard. Like I tried in economics because to me that's hard, and I'm not very good at math. I mean, I failed my stats paper as well, and I've told people that on my channel before. But you know, if you fail, that's completely fine, and it's normal to. I've done it, and if anything, it actually teaches you sort of like life skills, and it teaches you how to build up your mentality to actually try harder, like get up and try harder. And that's exactly what I did. Yeah, I'd say commerce is a good degree because there's so many different subjects.
Don't be afraid to try different things, and even just change if you're not happy doing what you're doing. That's some great advice. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'll leave your links down below so everyone can go follow.
Yeah, thank you.
Subscribe to
Hopefully it was helpful. I say this stuff because I wish that someone would have said that to me.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This has been really, really helpful. And yeah, I'll see you later.